All right, want to start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kapadash. I want to give double honors to the Apostle J. Mr. Budufel, our beloved elders, our teachers, and the peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there that's tuning in, waiting for the return of our Lord, which his name is Yahushua from the tribe of Judah, a so-called black man. As a title, we got it, you don't. This is for the elect, somewhat fashion. What inspired me to do this lesson is what is it, Hocab, and what is it? I guess it's a Sakari member sitting down. Now I don't know. It's a lot of men that don't really understand what the truth is about. They think this is something that basically, you just come in, and I don't know. I really don't believe what these guys, really think this truth is about. Always, advocating, trying to be the peacemakers, trying to be politically correct. Elder Carter Zaba made a good point. I don't see that guy being in this thing long. He's all, beating around the bushes, or, on the edges, and trying to be politically correct, trying not to hurt, harm, ruffle up no feathers. Watching the Gladiators, watch Gladiators 2, went to go see it last night. Those gladiators, those men that was in those pits, cages, cells, those us, man, those slaves. Nothing has changed. This is the extension of Rome. We're still slaves. This whole thing, how everything I got set up here in America was not nice. Was not how you say. It wasn't peace. It wasn't peaceful. It was violent, catastrophic, the devastation, rape, rob, and murder. So to sit here, dance around with the enemy and think your enemy really cares about you, all these questions he has, always proving you, always trying to make you prove something. Nah, because we understand these other nations and these people that call themselves Christians and these people that got a different mindset of belief and thinking, they don't question anybody else. They don't question the American government. They don't question the American elite, the elites. They don't question the so-called people that call themselves the what is it? The people that's in the land, the land of Israel, that's calling themselves the JEWs. They don't ask them anything. And they don't even believe in Christianity. They don't even believe in Jesus. And, here it is. We have the light. We have the truth. We know about Yahweh. We know about Yahushua, our deliverer. And, the Lord bid us to feed his sheep, feed his flock, as Yahushua told Peter. So the notion, we had to sit down and, go on TV shows. We got to, people come up, ask us 10 million questions. Nah, we don't have to do that. All we do is prophesy. There's no gimmicks. The scripture talks about not using this truth for filthy lucre, not for your own will, not for your own fame, not for your own attention, not your own status, etc. Not for women, not for your own personal gain. This is of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I have a couple verses. So it says, John 14:6, Yahushua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So we have Yahushua, and we understand Yahushua was eligible to open up the seals of this book. And he gave it to who? The elect. Who are who? Hebrew Israelites. So we got this thing. Lord's will, we continue on and hold it fast. And we make it to the end. So it says, John 8:32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So we know the truth. We're, even though we're prisoners of war, we're in those pits, those dungeons, you know, our fight is a spiritual fight, you know, trying to do what's pleasing to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and also be on our P's and Q's in this captivity of ours. And we're not to, you already know the devil doesn't like us. He doesn't like the fact that we know that who we are. Just like the most the most dangerous slave was a slave that could read and write, and an educated, so-called educated, really true education is a slave that knows who he is, that knows himself spiritually. So we're those men that basically Esau has as on the red. How you say on the red list? We're not negotiable. We're intolerable. John 16:13. Howbeit, then when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whosoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. And the Lord has, shown us things, what? Prophecy. So I say, he shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine and shall show it unto you. All things that the Father hath are mine, therefore said I, that he shall take of mine and shall show it unto you. A little while, and it's talking about the Comforter, meaning the scriptures. A little while, and ye shall not see me, and again a little while, and ye shall see me, because I go to the Father. Because ultimately, when Yahweh Shah was sacrificed himself, being our sacrificial lamb, which even we going back to the law of the sacrificial law, they only consist of Israelites. So the only who the world even called Jesus Christ, his blood is only meant for the children of Israel, ultimately starting with the elect, not the whole world. So to sit here and have to prove up, now come on, as so-called blacks here in America, Latinos, Hispanic, Native Americans, we don't have all the odds against us before. And also, and this world has been strategized and set up for everything, basically to not be in our odds and be at odds with us and not be to our favor. So you sit here and tell us here that we got the truth. We still have to sit down and either show a million scriptures and forcefully and peacefully and how you say politically correctly prove to you that we're Hebrew Israelites? No, we're not doing that. You know what Elder Tahar says about when when vocab comes up, hey, call the beast, call the police, get them out of here. We're not in those times, proving, dancing, shaking, front flipping and back flipping, dancing, turning around, spinning in circles to make these people like us or prove that these people who we are. Ultimately, the Lord is going to have the last laugh. But going back to the scriptures, the Comforter, these scriptures was going to basically come upon us, and we were going to be edified and guided through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. Going back, so it says, John 17, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is the truth. So knowing these prophecies, these breakdowns, these lessons, that's what sanctifies us and separates us. So to sit there and sit down amongst unbelievers and people that's questioning us that don't believe who, we're just some mad angry niggas that just don't know what we're talking about. And then he's trying to use Christianity to convert us and make us look, man, get the fuck out of here. What's the point? You know? Psalms 145 and 18, the Lord is nigh to them, nigh to all them that call upon him, to all that call upon him in truth. See that? You've been having Christians saying they're Christians for fucking ever. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Only thing that has changed with Christians is if they're more likened into the world now. They just love, they just change with the wind and they change like the moon. So real quick, Ephesians 6 and 14, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth. Because what? We got to understand when to engage and not to engage. We're here to, prophesy the names of Yahweh Shem Rashah and edify our people, starting with the elect. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabashim Kakodash Barakatah, to the brother GMS in his likeness. Salak, I forgot your name, but if you want to get edified, share, subscribe, and visit that brother's page, and for great edification. And Shalom, it was an honor seeing you. Lord's will we meet again. Going back, Ephesians 6 and 14, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Because you got to understand, we are at war here, Damawatia. Yeah, shalom, 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 shalom. Salutations. And so we know we're in a war. We're in a spiritual war. We're in a spiritual battle. So you have to move strategically, and you can't move recklessly, because again, if you move recklessly, it can cause you to fall. It could be a permanent one. It can make you look stupid. It's like I know it was a movie, but one thing that was always pushed in the movie Gladiator 1 and 2 was those slaves. You had one. You had, what is it? Let me slow down. You had I believe it was Maximus was basically the slave leader. And he told the men, remember, stay in unison and stay together. So you got to understand, you had to respect that order. You had to respect what's going down the line. So again, you trying to go outside of basically order and trying to do your own thing can cause you to fall. Point what I'm making is, you had a lot of these guys that know that the Hebrew Israelites, and there's been many of them, that keep falling for that same trick that vocab is basically bringing forth. And it's mighty funny, vocab keeps lingering around us for some reason. Is your typical agent behavior. So 2 Timothy 2 and 15, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because if men were studying and underneath a proper guidance, you would know not to fuck with vocab. And when people, basically, even when you may be doing videos and somebody, a crazy nut, might come on your page asking you to debate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember back in the day, maybe 7 years ago now, it was one of those guys that it had to do with the twins of IUIC that fell out. It was an Israelite that was dating their mom here in Virginia, and he was at the flea market. He actually he was a Israelite from Cali. He was over here. He used to make Hebrew garments, sticks, walking sticks, etc. And I remember he was he found out I was Hebrew Israelite. So I would go there every once in a while. And one time he asked to debate me about the New Testament. I basically said, no, I'm good. No, we good. And that was the last time I ever, came across that guy because I knew then, and I can kind of sense that, he wasn't really a hundred, he didn't have that solid foundation of Yahweh Shah because of his mannerisms, and certain things he would say. But continuing on, so John 4:24, Yahweh Salaki, 2 Timothy 2:15. So it says, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Bashan Shah, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Like the scripture says, knowledge, wisdom, and stability should be knowledge and wisdom should be thy stability of times. Now you got to remember, things are going to get more dangerous as it is now than it is now. But you got to remember, in the ancient Roman Empire, it was easy to die. When this system was first being set up, it was easy to die. If you moved mistakenly, Massa had all the rights to put you to death. If you moved wrong, even around slaves, you could have died because you had a nigga that was willing to tell on you. Nothing has changed, man. We're still on that plantation, so you have to move wisely. You have to move accordingly. Here it is, you are a slave. We're slaves, yearning for the redemption of Yahweh Shah to deliver us. We're slaves on the plantation, so you have to learn how to move. One false move, one bad move can cause you your life. So it says, John 4:24, Yahweh Bashan Yahushua is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And we understand all the apostles were persecuted, became martyrs, and they didn't even like Yahushua. So you got to know these things, man. Our own family, women, children, etc. The world don't like us, man. And basically, what a lot of these men are doing that know that they're Israelites, they're trying to make the world love them. you can't. It doesn't mix. You're not. I don't like It's to the point. Fuck being politically correct. It's not. That I don't care how many sweet words you try to use. You graduated from some type of great. You went to vocab, speech, whatever, and now you're trying to appease the world to try to prove who. Nah, fuck all that, man. I know myself. I'm not a very great speaker, not by far. Continuing on. So first, John 1:5, and the light shineth in darkness. Salaki. Matthew 5:14, you are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. And everybody knows who we are. And you're gonna have people that's not gonna like the fact that Salaki. There's gonna be people that's gonna not like the fact that we know who we are, especially Massa, our oppressors. Because one of the most important things that they tried to do is hide this truth from us and hide the fact that we are those children, that we are the real children of Israel. So it's a problem. And you don't think they're going to have agents? My man, when you look at the Black Panthers and any regular black organization group that came about, Esau sent agents amongst them. So you don't think we're going to have agents? We're not going to have agents now? Here it is, the most important thing in this world, the names of Yahweh Shem Rashad, this truth. You don't think Esau is going to be deceptive, move contrary? He's not going to send agents. Yeah, our people are fucking lacking. So it says, John 8 and 12, then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. So again, you have to know what's going on. I'm not fucking sitting here. I done got to the point. I remember when I first came in this thing. I mean, not even crossing over yet. I first, found out I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I came in, the amount of fights, skirmishes, and it's unbelievable. Then you grow up, and then you get checked, you get corrected, you get rebuked. I remember the brothers from Mississippi used to rebuke me and get on me about that. But again, this was prior before me coming in, and they was in the right spirit. Man, stop trying to make people believe this thing, and that stuck with me ever since, man. Because we understand, especially here in America, but just in general, if you're not a equally yoked, and I'm not using that as a black woman use it, if you don't have the same belief, there's no point to debate or prove your point, because the only thing that's going to happen, especially in these times that we're living in now, fight. It's going to equal a fight, man. Never forget, it was these Ishmaelites that knew of me and came across me teaching. And I remember ordering food at the spot, and I'm like, yo, I'm not really trying to go into this because they order, they making my food and shit. And I never forget. I'm talking about. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to twist the subject, because I remember it was an Ishmaelite in there that took a liking to me and wanted to convert me to Islam. And this is maybe 5-6 years ago. And I was just hearing him out, talk, listen, egg them on. But this particular day, they saw me teaching when I was in the byways, and they was asking me questions, I mean, taunting me, talking, saying little slick shit. But I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I asked him one question, and then bam, it was just like fucking, and I can't really remember what I asked him, but it was a cold cut. And it was just, nothing, none of us, nobody threw no punch or nothing like that, but the tension got hot. Even Jake in there, and they just started coming down on me. Da-da-da. And long story short, I never went back into that spot ever again. And, came across Jake, not Jake, tripping, the Ishmaelite, maybe like 2 years ago. We talked, da-da-da. Yeah, how you, kept it cordial and let it be, Try to take took my number, da-da-da. Yeah, come by, da-da-da. Not doing it, said to myself, but you get what I'm saying. When people don't agree, what's the next thing that happens? Problems. And even if you try to sit there and talk peacefully, try to be nice, you don't want to ruffle no feathers. You don't want to step on nobody's toes. You don't want to upset nobody. You don't want to make nobody cry, get out on their feelings. It doesn't matter. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So we're coming into times we're not debating no more. So it says, number 6:24. I'm gonna bring this out. So the Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face to shine upon thee, and that's what he's doing. And be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. So that's what the Lord is working us, and we're learning how to walk and control these vessels in these chains of darkness that we're in. You know, so let me bear with me one moment. Yeah, Acts 13:47. For so had the Lord commanded us, saying, I have set thee to be a light of the Gentiles, and that Gentiles is Hebrew Israelite foreigners, that thou shouldest be for salvation to the ends of the earth. So yeah, this is for the elect. This is not for the whole world. So let me see. So Matthew 5:15. Neither. Let me start up a little bit. It's actually going back to us not being hid, with us being a light to the world. So I'm jumping down. Matthew 5:15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in his house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. And this is ultimately, for the elect. This is not, you sitting down with everybody, conversing, debating. Nah, the hell with all that. This is for, us mortifying our members when we come across, our daily walk, you know, by our mannerisms. How do we control these vessels? People can sit there and say there's something different about it. Basically, and then at the end of the day, what vocab is doing is trying to find guile. He's trying to ruff feathers. He's trying to bring out emotions in certain different individuals amongst his thing, so he can demonize his truth. And that's what Esau is doing. He's trying to gather footage, provoke us, so we can. He's trying to get a reaction out of us, so he can demonize his truth. But again, that's why. Again, at the end of the day, now we no more debates, man. No more debates. It's because we understand what's going to happen. We understand what Esau is doing. No more debates. And I remember watching the videos of Elder Tahar and the old, some of them Israelite men that were in the truth during those times. They used to go on them TV shows, and man, the whole crowd was against them, man. It won't know. Well, you know, I'm pretty sure nobody that came from that crowd that was on them TV shows was like, you know what, y'all are on point, such and such. We agree. We're converting, such and such, da da da. Nah, it's at the end of the day, we let us edifying and the people that's gonna know about us, they speak on us, man. So it says, I'm gonna get a couple more, then I'm gonna end it. So Psalm 37:5 and 6, commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. This truth, the pending judgments, and he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light and thy judgment as the noonday. Because ultimately the judgment that's going to come from Yahweh Shem Shah is very near and right at the door. So all we have to do again is prophesy of Yahweh Shem Shah, the prophecies, and edify our people, the elect. So the ones that's not in the know, it's like these other Israelite men that know that the Israelites and have camps, etc. No debating, huh? No debating. This is not a rap. This is not smack DVD. This is not a verses, etc. This is the truth, man. You gotta understand. We have the truth in the world, in the 2/3, and the other people in the world, they don't got it. This truth is precious, so you have to carry yourself in a different shape or fashion. let me see. Yeah, Ephesians 5 is fire. So 1 Peter 2:9, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. Because let me Ephesians 5, and I want to go up some. Damn. When you go to the verses up but before 8 and 7, I believe, it talks about, I'm trying to, damn. All right, so hold on. I got the chapter. So it says, damn it. It's not giving me what I want. Well, all right. So Ephesians 5:3, but fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as become of saints, because we understand that we woken up to this truth and we have the oracles. Ephesians 5:8, for you were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the world. Walk as children of light. So for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth. There's nothing coming from you sitting down with fucking vocab or other niggas that side eyeing you or that want you to prove and say a million things, proving that we, how you know who we are. Well, you'll see. At the end of the day, you'll see. One more, I'm gonna end it. 2 Corinthians 6:14. Hold on. Let me bring this out since I brought that point out. But 1 Peter 2:9, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. And that's what we're doing, because we understand who we are. And if the world doesn't understand and don't, want to believe in it, oh well, because deep down inside, these other nations know, and these Edomites know there's a great judgment waiting upon them. And they don't want to accept accountability for what they did to the children of Israel. So last one, I'm going to end it. 2 Corinthians 6:14, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? So what the fuck are you, what, if they don't get it, why do you think by your little words, mere words that's coming out of your mouth can convince them you're going to convert them or something else, something's going to come out of it? No. Envy, enmity, and let me look up the word enmity, if that's a correct word that I'm using for this matter. Yeah, enmity, the state or feeling of being actively opposed or hostile to someone or something. So why would you deal with somebody that has enmity with you? It just doesn't make fucking sense. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Those who was edified, hey, with that, shalom.